Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm looking a little bit like a tomato because I got a little bit of sun and I'm very sunburned. But anyways, in spirit of the summertime, I am doing the part 2 in my little series where I basically put perfumes into a color category. I have done this video one other time before and I plan to do it with plenty of other colors in the future. I've done this video with the color pink, so I showed you guys a ton of perfumes that smell like the color pink. I will link that video up here if you're interested in seeing that. But today, in honor of summer, I'm doing perfumes that smell like the color blue. So I have 10 perfumes right in front of me that, in my opinion, I think smell like the color blue. When I think of blue, I think of an aquatic scent, a fresh scent, something that smells like the water, the ocean, something clean, but still with like a little something to it. I am not the type of person that just likes a plain fresh scent. I need a little bit of like complexity to my scents. So hopefully if you like the same type of scents, then you will enjoy these perfumes. Before we do get into today's video, I wanted to tell you guys that this portion of the video is sponsored by Ana Luisa. If you watch my channel regularly, you know I've worked with them in the past plenty of times and I love collaborating with them. I love their pieces. Genuinely, I'm a huge jewelry girl and I always get questions about the type of jewelry that I wear, and they're honestly one of my favorite, if not my favorite, jewelry companies because their pieces truly never rust. I wear them all the time. I literally wear their pieces in the shower consecutively and they never rust, they never turn, like they just stay looking perfect. And I always get tons and tons of compliments when I wear these pieces. Odds are if you ask me about what jewelry I'm wearing, it's probably from Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa is carbon neutral, they are 100% sustainable, and at the moment they are running a huge sale for the summertime, so they have 20% site-wide, and you can also use my code Ksenia10 for an additional 10% off. With all that being said, let me show you guys the beautiful pieces that I got from them. So the first piece that I'm going to show you guys are these earrings, which I'm currently wearing. So these are called the Toda earrings and they're kind of like a double loop. When you put them on, it looks like you're almost wearing two hoops. I feel like this is a really great hoop for those of you that don't have a second piercing but maybe want one and you kind of want to experiment with how it may look on you, or maybe you just don't want to get a second piercing but you want kind of like the look of a second piercing. This is that perfect earring because it has two little hoops in it and one of them has little crystals all over it. I've been wearing this a ton and it's also not a huge hoop, so it's very dainty. That's kind of the theme with most of the pieces that I got in this box. The second piece is this gorgeous necklace and this piece is called the Elise pendant. It is so beautiful, it's so simple. The chain on it is so incredibly like thin and dainty that it almost looks like you just have a little crystal right there in the middle of like your chest. I love dainty pieces like this. I think that they are so feminine, and I have a lot of like heavy chain jewelry and just thicker chains and things like that, which I love, but pieces like this are such a staple and something that you can wear daily. It'll go with everything and it just looks so feminine and pretty. And the last piece that I have here is possibly another one of my favorite pieces ever that I've received from them. It is this, I don't know what this type of chain is called. If you guys know what this is called, please let me know. I don't even know how to begin to describe it. It's just like, I feel like if you see it in the try-on and you see me just holding it up, you probably know what it's called, but the actual name for this is called the Ina necklace. And it's just so simple and again very dainty, and this is a great piece for layering. If you like to layer your jewelry, this looks awesome. Or you could also wear it alone. I actually wore this recently in my previous video. My makeup haul, I had this on and it's so beautiful. It goes with everything. It's stunning. Like I could literally put this on with the necklace that I have on right now and just layer them together and it looks stunning. It looks like dripping gold. I just love this like material and I need to learn what this is called. So that is the last necklace. Those are all the pieces that I received in this box from Ana Luisa. Definitely head over to their website and check out their beautiful pieces if you are looking for some nice summer jewelry. Now is definitely the time to go check out their website. As I said, they are running a summer sale, and if you do end up finding anything that you like, make sure that you use my code Ksenia10 for 10% off. With all that being said, before we get into this video, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and let's let's get started. I'm actually filming this part of the video the next day because yesterday my camera died and then I kind of ran out of time, so I had to move it on to today. So that is why I'm wearing a different shirt. Anyways, let's get into the first perfume that I think smells like the color blue. So this is hands down no-brainer, MAC Turquoise. I'm really sad about this because I don't know if you can tell, but I am on the last few drops of this perfume. I absolutely love this, and I feel like I don't talk about this enough on my channel, but this is truly incredible. I actually haven't really looked into this perfume. I will right after I film this video and see if this is still available like in MAC stores or even online, because I definitely need to repurchase this perfume. I absolutely love it. It's definitely like a fresh blue aquatic perfume, hence the name Turquoise. But there's so much more to it. I can't really explain. There's something really sexy about it. This is like the perfect fresh scent for somebody that likes sweet scents because it's not too fresh. It has a hint of sweetness to it. There's like this deep woodiness in it. It's very perfumey, if that makes sense. Like, it's a perfume that smells like that typical perfume smell. Like, it almost smells like when you walk into a department store. But this doesn't really have like the top, middle, and base notes. It just kind of has like a lineup of notes. So the notes in here are water notes, lotus, Amalfi lemon, Virginia cedar, anemone, and orris roots. So as I said, it does have that like aquatic feel to it. Like, it definitely smells like the summertime, and it's so like, it's intoxicating. I've never found a fresh perfume to be intoxicating, but this is an intoxicating fresh perfume. Like, it's a fresh perfume that you could easily wear this every single day for like the rest of your life. Like, this could be easily a signature scent because although it's called MAC Turquoise and it is aquatic, there's also a bit of like this deep woodiness that I feel like makes it appropriate to be worn like anytime, whether it be in the winter time or the summertime. That is MAC Turquoise. Definitely smells like the color blue, like hands down. The next perfume that definitely smells like the color blue is SKYLAR Isle Escape. So obviously you could probably tell by the name, but the scent of this is so beautiful. Another one that I can't explain. As I said in the beginning of this video, being somebody that likes more like sweeter scents and more complex scents like that, like stronger scents, I like a little bit of complexity to my fresh scents. Like, I don't really like a fresh scent that smells like you just got out of the shower, you know what I mean? Like, I need a little bit more, like I need that perfumey touch to my scents. And just like the MAC Turquoise, this one is the same way, where it's definitely fresh and it smells very aquatic and it smells like an island. There's literally a picture of like the water in the back of this because that's what it smells like. It smells like you're like laying out at the beach. It's summertime. This is the perfect perfume to like spray on, and it almost kind of like cools you down because of how like fresh and aquatic that it is, but it doesn't like smell like sunscreen or anything like that. So this perfume is not listed on Fragrantica, so I'm gonna go based off of the notes that are listed on the actual SKYLAR website. So this has top notes of bergamot, orange mist, fresh quince, middle notes of cardamom, peony caress, ginger root, and base notes of sandalwood, subtle musk, and golden amber. So again, with that woody base, I think that's definitely one thing that I love in perfumes is I love for them to have a woody base. It just kind of gives them a little bit of this uniqueness and complexity. My dog is literally like staring straight at me while I talk. I'm gonna like record her so I can show to you guys. Kindy, why are you just staring at me? Hello? I'm gonna read you guys the description that they have on the website because I feel like it is very true to what this smells like. So it says, sometimes all you need is a day by the ocean. It's that restorative feeling that inspired Isle Escape. Sandalwood and amber are the grounding notes here, lifted up by cardamom, peony, and ginger at the heart. Citrusy, bergamot, quince, and orange mist add an effervescent zest at the top. Live the dream of a seaside vacation every time you put it on. And that's like spot on. So I had to read that. I don't always agree with like scent descriptions, but this one is very true to that. So it 100% smells like Bleu. I had to include it in this video. So that is SKYLAR Isle Escape. This next perfume is a cheapie, but it's really good. This is probably one of my all-time most complimented scents ever, which is crazy because I have $350 perfumes in my collection, like high-end niche perfumes, and they don't even get as many compliments as this perfume does. I have so many funny stories about crazy compliments that I've gotten from strangers for this perfume. It's actually crazy how much this gets complimented, and I can't say that I 100% understand why, because to me, just like, it smells okay, but there's something about it where men really love this. I used to wear this a lot when I used to work at my previous jobs, and I used to get a compliment from a man, like just a stranger, every single day. Like every single time I wore this, I got a compliment by a guy. It's crazy, but that is Midnight Fantasy, believe it or not, by Britney Spears. So this is a flanker to Fantasy, but in case you don't like Fantasy, this smells nothing like Fantasy in my opinion. It smells actually really good. I haven't smelled this in a while because I haven't worn it in a while. But I used to, ooh, that smells so good. Oh god. I think in the little set that I got, this came with like a little 1 fluid ounce, and I used to carry that with me in my purse like all the time, and I loved it. Ooh, this actually smells really good. I haven't worn this in a minute, and it actually smells really good. Like, okay, I see why this is very complimented. I will say I own a lot of Britney Spears flankers. I don't own all of them, and there is definitely ones that I think if I tried I would definitely love. But I would say this is probably my absolute favorite Fantasy, like even beating the original. I'm not even a huge fan of the original just because I used it so much. I used it all throughout like middle school, and it's had its time. But this one is actually surprisingly really good. To me, this smells literally like a blueberry lollipop. I feel like a lot of the perfumes in this roundup, because they smell like the color blue, you would think of something that's very aquatic and fresh. That's not what this is. This is very deep fruits. I would almost put this in the color purple, but I feel like because it's more so of like a blueberry lollipop, I'm thinking of a blueberry lollipop when I smell this, which is why I included it in the color blue. But I feel like this is one that could almost lean as like a purple smelling scent as well. So the top notes in here are plum, sour cherry, and raspberry. So you have tons of berry type notes in the opening, and then you have middle notes of orchid, iris, and freesia with base notes of vanilla, amber, and musk. It's not a super groundbreaking perfume. It almost has like this shampoo type of scent to it. It's not very complex, and it doesn't really smell super high end and expensive, but does it smell really good? Are you gonna get a million and trillion compliments on it? Heck yeah, like 100%. If you wear this, you're going to get a compliment. And because to me it smells like blueberry shampoo or blueberry lollipop, that is why I'm including it in this color blue video. So that is Midnight Fantasy by Britney Spears. Okay, so this perfume kind of goes hand in hand with another perfume that I'm not going to mention in this video, which is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. I've recently been wearing this a lot, and I put a little dent into it, and I've been getting a ton of compliments, but we're not talking about this one today because I've talked about it a lot. So instead, I'm just going to talk about this one, which is a nice dupe to it, but I almost think that this smells better. So this perfume is I Love Love by Moschino. This is definitely a very zesty perfume, but equally very woody, and that is why I love it, because this has like this cedary sort of base, and it just kind of like grounds it, and it's stunning. Like, this is such a beautiful perfume. It smells like you're just sitting by the beach and you're eating oranges or lemons, like something like that. It's so citrusy while at the same time smelling like the ocean. So this has top notes of grapefruit, orange, lemon, and red currant, middle notes of sugar cane, bulrush, lily of the valley, tea rose, and cinnamon, and base notes of musk, cedar, and woody notes. This is basically like a very citrusy, woody, like cedary type of scent. It does have a hint of sweetness to it. I don't think that it's as fresh as this one. Like, this one is very crisp, and so is this. Maybe because this has orange in it as well. It almost smells like fizzy. I can't explain it. Like, it almost has like this effervescent type scent to it, almost like a Fanta, like an orange soda. Think of that. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Like, you're just drinking a Fanta while you're at the beach. And it has always reminded me of the color blue. So that is I Love Love by Moschino. Next up, another one of my all-time favorite scents that I have discovered, and this is a cheapie, but it is so incredible. This is Guess 1981 Indigo. It looks like this. They have a male version of this as well, like a cologne version. There's something so intoxicating about this perfume. I think it's the fact that this has wine. So there is literally a note of wine in it, and mixed in with that sort of aquatic vibe that this has, like this C note. It actually has a C note note in it, and mixed with that wine, there's something so unique. Like, this is a type of scent that you have never smelled before. It's incredibly unique, and I think it smells really high end. I almost feel like this is a type of scent that Jo Malone would come out with, because it is so fresh, but it's so unique at the same time. It really reminds me of a Jo Malone scent disguised in a little $20 like bottle. This was so inexpensive. So this has top notes of fig, C notes and lilac, middle notes of iris, blue lotus, and narcissus, with base notes of red wine, Pinot Noir grapes, Atlas cedar, and Haitian vetiver. This is such a like crazy lineup of notes, and it smells so unexpected. It's so strange. It's just so well rounded. I can't even explain it. It's not a completely like fresh scent, because there is a little bit of like depth to it. I think I might have actually mentioned this scent combination in a previous video. I think I did like a combination video in the past. I'm not sure which video it was, but I've already told you guys in the past, I'm pretty sure, that I always mix this scent with Black Cherry Merlot by Bath & Body Works, because they both kind of give me similar vibes. So if you like Black Cherry Merlot, you're probably gonna like this one. It's not as like deep of a fruity scent as Black Cherry Merlot is. Like, this one has a little bit more of like this freshness and lightness about it. But if you pair the two together, they smell incredible together. So that is just a combo that I always use this scent with, and it just works every time. So yeah, incredibly unique scent because of how unique it is. It's a little bit of a tricky blind buy, especially if you don't like the type of vibe and the notes that I just mentioned in this. But at the end of the day, it is only like 20 bucks. I think you might even be able to find it for like 15 at Burlington. So that kind of makes it a little bit easier to blind buy. But I highly recommend this perfume. I think it smells so incredibly expensive, and definitely a blue smell. So that is Guess 1981 Indigo. This next scent I actually don't own in my collection, because this is actually up on my Mercari right now, but I decided to pull this out of my little like selling items that I have for Mercari, just so that I could share it with you guys. This is Hermes Lombre de Merveille. I don't know how to say that. I'm not gonna spray this out. I'm just gonna kind of smell it in here, because I am selling this one, so I don't want to spray more. It's like brand new. The notes in here have nothing to do with the color blue, and they're very simple notes. Like, you just get a top note of black tea, middle notes of incense, and base notes of tonka bean, and that's literally all you get. But it somehow smells like the color blue. Now, this is one of those scents that smells very like almost leaning unisex, almost leaning completely like a cologne type of scent, because it's so like woody, and I don't really get the incense in here. I'm always afraid with perfumes that have incense in the notes, because that can kind of tend to make them smell a little bit smoky. I don't really get that vibe in here, but I don't know if it's maybe the freshness that's coming from that black tea that's giving this maybe a little bit of a blue vibe. This is just so weird, because I can't explain it. It doesn't smell like the color blue in terms of it smelling like water or like aquatic or anything like that, because it doesn't smell aquatic. But I don't know. Whenever I smell it, I think of the color blue. This also, weirdly enough, kind of smells like Coke, like Coca-Cola. When you spray this out, it kind of has this weird Coca-Cola scent to it. This is a very complex, unique perfume, and it smells very high end and very expensive, and it kind of is, because it is a Hermes perfume. If you want this, go and check it out on my Mercari. I will have the link in my description box in case you are interested. But yeah, that is the Hermes Lombre de Merveille. This next perfume is one of my all-time favorites, and I haven't talked about it in a minute, so I'm excited to bring some light to it in this video. This is Armani Code. This perfume smells phenomenal to me. It is one of the sexiest, deep, rich perfumes ever. This is not a fresh perfume. Like, there is a fresh vibe to it. It almost kind of gives me slightly like this vibe of light blue, but this is more intense. Like, light blue is something you wear on a hot summer day, you know, during the day, brunch, breakfast type of thing. This is nighttime. Like, this is like the darker, richer, sexier, grown-up version of Dolce & Gabbana light blue. So zesty. Like, there's a lot of citrus notes in it, hence why it kind of gets compared to light blue slightly, because it is totally a different perfume. But then this also has some ginger in it, so it is a little bit spicy, and it also has honey and vanilla in it, so it's way sweeter. When it dries down, after you get like those intense, almost like sharp, super crisp citrus notes in the beginning, which you also get intertwined with jasmine. Like, this almost kind of reminds me of like the love child of Alien and light blue. If they came together, like, they had this. Like, this is the baby of those two scents. The jasmine in it definitely kind of reminds me of the same type of jasmine that is in Alien, which I love because I love Alien. But this is way more spicier, way more fruitier, like coming from that citrus aspect, and way sweeter because of that honey and the vanilla note. And then it also has sandalwood, so it does have like this sexy woody base. It's a very captivating, intoxicating scent, and it's absolutely beautiful. This is more so of like a summer going out clubbing type of scent. This is not really something that you would wear on brunch. Like, it's not like a light-hearted fragrance, but it does really remind me of the color blue. So that is Armani Code. Okay, this one might be a little bit controversial. This is probably the sweetest, like one of the sweetest that I have in this lineup. So you may not even think that it smells like the color blue. I think it smells like the color blue because I kind of consider this tropical in a way. This is Lancome Hypnotize. This is a severely underrated perfume. Nobody really talks about this at all. This is such a incredibly unique fragrance. Like, this is so unique, and I feel like when you just look at it, it kind of looks like it would just be your typical fresh scent. The light blue juice in here would kind of indicate that, but it's not. This is almost leaning like gourmand. It's very sweet because this has passion flower in it. It also has vanilla in it, so it has a lot of sweet notes in it. So the top notes are passion flower, middle notes of jasmine and gardenia, with base notes of vanille and vetiver. Passion flower is definitely extremely prominent in this perfume. It's very unique. It's a very unique type of passion flower scent. It's like this deep, sweet, almost slightly powdery scent. And I've mentioned this before, I think, when I've talked about this perfume, but when I smell this, it kind of reminds me of ouzo, which is like an alcoholic beverage. I think it's like a Greek drink, and it has a very distinct scent to it. And I feel like when I smell this, it kind of reminds me of the scent of ouzo. It's just like how it is. I don't know. This is a very like sweet floral. Because of that vetiver, it kind of has like this earthiness about it. And I cannot tell you why I think this smells blue, but it just smells blue. I don't know if it's because of that passion flower. Like, this almost gives me a hint of like this tropical vibe. A hint of it. Because this is not like a tropical perfume, but there's something about it. It's so, I feel like all the perfumes that I'm talking about in this video are like super unique perfumes where they're just incredibly difficult to describe. So I hope you can just take my word for it. I don't think it's too mature, but it isn't like a sweet young type of scent. Like, it is a little bit more of like a grown up, kind of sexy, but very mature. Like, I think if I could put sort of like an age range to this, probably like 30 and up, even though I'm not quite there yet, but I still wear this. I'm just trying to describe the fact that I do think that this is a little bit more on like the mature side. It's not your like little kitty type of juvenile fragrance at all. So that is Lancome Hypnotize. Next up, I have probably the cheapest perfume in this entire lineup. You can literally get this perfume for $12.99 at TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I don't know if Burlington sells this, but you can get it in all those discount stores for literally 12 bucks. I got mine at TJ Maxx. I still have the sticker on it. This is English Laundry Oxford Blue Femme, and I love this scent. I think it smells so amazing. I normally never ever mess with these types of bottles at TJ Maxx. Like, you know, like the open bottles, I just don't ever gravitate to them because I'm like, okay, that's probably gonna smell super cheap and I just don't want that. But on a whim, I randomly smelled this and I didn't initially buy it, but I was kind of just going about the store, you know, browsing the clothes and everything, and I kept getting this amazing whiff of like this fruity, sweet, yet fresh fragrance, and it smelled so incredible. And I kept sniffing my wrists and realizing that it was this scent, so I quickly made my way back to the fragrances and picked this up. This is incredibly fruity, fresh, with this hint of like this aquaticness to it, which is why I included this in this blue video. So the top notes in here are melon, pineapple, red fruits, citruses, blackcurrant, and green notes. So you get so many beautiful fruits. I love the scent of melon, and you can definitely smell that in here. Mixed with the pineapple, like it kind of has this tropical fruit thing going on. And then the red fruits, the citruses, the blackcurrant. It is so mouth-watering when you first spray this out. The middle notes are jasmine, violet, rose, lily of the valley, orange blossom, and osmanthus, with base notes of vanilla, caramel, musk, amber, and sandalwood. So because you get those deep sweet, like the caramel, the vanilla, the amber in the base, it mixes up with those bright fresh fruits to create like a really sweet, all around sweet scent. But because you still get those fruits and you get that green note and you get a little bit of this musky element, it still kind of maintains this like fresh vibe. Like it's not sickly sweet at all. It doesn't even get close to that, which is why I think it's a perfect and very appropriate summer fragrance. And I think it smells like the color blue. Don't walk past this, don't sleep on it, because it is really, really good. So that is English Laundry Oxford Blue Femme. Okay, the last perfume that I have in this lineup, I think you might be a little shocked because I think out of all these perfumes, this is the only bottle that is not blue. But it kind of makes me think of the color blue because every time I smell this, I think of summertime. I think of the ocean. It has like this slight sort of like sunscreeny vibe. So I just think of like summertime ocean vibes, and that is why I'm including it in this video. My all-time favorite perfume, Jlo Miami Glow. The best perfume that has ever been made, and nobody can tell me otherwise. This perfume is incredible. I have a backup of it. It's like the only perfume that I still keep backups of. I don't do perfume backups because I don't like to get a backup of a perfume knowing that I probably won't even be able to get to the first one because I have so many perfumes. But this is just one of them where I blow through this in the summertime. I've already gone through like 2 bottles, so I always have a little backup on standby for me. I think I actually accidentally grabbed my backup. Yes, I did, because this is like almost not used, and this one I have used a little bit more because I've already started to wear this now that we're in summertime. So the top notes in here are passion fruit, coconut milk, and pink grapefruit. Middle notes of orange blossom, cyclamen, and heliotrope, and base notes of vanilla, musk, and amber. A lot of people say that this smells really soapy to them. I guess I sort of get a hint of soapiness, but to me, this is like a passion fruit, coconut, grapefruit sort of like cocktail almost, with this bit of like this musky base, and then that vanilla kind of gives a hint of sweetness in it. I don't really get much florals in it, which for me is a good thing. It does have like this slight sunscreen vibe to it, which I'm normally not a fan of when it's done at like a high dose, but this is not. It just has a little hint of that, which is what makes me think of laying by the beach, and which is why I never use this in any other season other than the summertime, because it just smells like summer to me. It's literally summer in a bottle, and that's that. So that is why I'm including it in this video. I think of the color blue when I smell this. I know that there's nothing blue looking in this bottle, but I personally think of the color blue when I smell Jlo Miami Glow. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad to have another one of these videos up, and as I said in my first video, I want to continue to do these videos. I got a lot of requests for the color blue when I did my pink video, so that's why I'm doing that now, and I felt like it would be appropriate since we are in summertime. When I think of summertime, I think of like aquatic blue type of scents, so that's why I'm doing this now. Let me know in the comments any other colors that you want me to cover, but that is it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. Definitely make sure to head on over to their website and check out their pieces and their amazing sale that they have going on. And if you do decide to get anything, definitely make sure that you use my code XENIA10 for a 10% off discount. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!